What's going on, guys? It's Crazy for Coins here. In today's video topic, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. I've been meaning to talk about this topic, and I hear this same thing come up time and time and time again, which is, do calories in, calories out at the end of the day, is that the end all be all? And here's what I think about that, guys. Nine, 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 nine. Okay, that wasn't me, but I think he illustrated it best. So here's the number one question I have with people who only say calories in versus calories out is the end all be all. Is that, please explain to me how I was able to eat 6 Entenmann's donuts, and this I probably did about at least 2 or 3 times a week, with a sedentary lifestyle where I would just, for the most part, lay in bed on my laptop trading stocks. Please explain to me how, including that, I'd have 2 or 3 slices of pizza along with my other meals, why I didn't gain weight. Okay? If it was calories in versus calories out, then over time I would be gaining weight, right? Well, then how come I wasn't gaining weight? And please explain to me how the person who eats like a bird, okay, how the person eats like a bird, and then the one time they eat a little bit more, they blow up, okay? They blow up. Or, they're eating like a bird, but they're still overweight or fat. Because it does not take into account, more important than just calories in, calories out, is metabolic rate and insulin. Those guys are what you need to be focusing on, not calories in, calories out. And what do I mean by that? I'm not saying that by getting into a caloric deficit that you're not going to lose weight. You're not getting an argument out of me from that one. But to say that it's solely calories in, calories out is simply not true. If that was the case, guys, then I could lose weight if I'm eating my caloric intake minus 200-300 calories in Snickers bars. What's going to happen eventually is that if you do this, yeah, you're going to lose weight, but you're also going to slow down your metabolic rate, and eventually you're going to have to eat. Okay, you can't do this. It's not sustainable. Because eventually you're going to have to eat to maintain, like I said, you're going to have to eat to maintain your weight. There's only so much weight loss too that you're going to lose before you plateau. So with the plateau, you're going to have to even eat less than that. So you're already creating a dangerous situation because this is clearly not healthy. The scenario that I'm explaining as an extreme to show that calories in, calories out is not, I don't care about that. And like I said, what's going to happen is your metabolism is going to go down, down, down along with your weight, but then you're going to plateau. But eventually you're going to have to eat again, guys. You're going to have to eat. And what's going to happen is, whoop, you're going to blow right back up again because you slowed your metabolism down. So instead of focusing on calories in versus calories out, focus on your metabolic rate. And what I mean by that is that if you need 2,000 calories for the day, eat 2,000 calories for the day. But what you want to do is go to the gym, lift weights, and do some exercise. And what you're doing is that over time with a good diet, you're increasing your metabolic rate. So instead of counting calories, okay, you're increasing your metabolic rate, which means that you're requiring more calories to sustain your body mass, and in turn, you're losing weight, which is much more sustainable, much more healthy, and a better way to approach weight loss than calories in, calories out. So what you guys need to do is eat right and exercise. Now, eating right and exercising, people like to say that, oh, it's so easy just to eat right and exercise. Okay, that is a completely ignorant statement. I don't care what you do. You need to do your research. You need to do heavy amounts of homework in order to be able to understand things completely, because that's just sheer ignorance, guys. And if you try that in the stock market, if you try that in an investment, if you try that with school, where you have a simple-minded approach to things, it's going to catch up to you eventually. What do I mean by that? So let's say, for instance, I like to eat spinach. I eat lots of spinach. Did you know that spinach gives you oxalates, and oxalates help develop kidney stones? So if you didn't know that and you're eating spinach, it's going to come back to bite you in the egg. Unless you know what you're supposed to do, that meaning what I mean by that is that if you're eating spinach, then you should be doing lemon water, like squeezing fresh lemons and putting that in water and drinking it. And the citrate, excuse me if I'm wrong with this, guys. This is from my memory. I just know that I need the lemon juice. But the citrus acid or the citrate in the lemon, I believe, helps neutralize the kidney stones, which helps prevent, well, it helps prevent the kidney stones. But anyway, like I said, you need to do your research, you need to do your homework before you could just say, oh, it's just as simply as diet and exercise. That's another point I have to make. But the second part of this is that calories in, calories out does not, it doesn't take into effect of another key thing, which is insulin and insulin resistance, guys. If you're insulin resistant, okay, what the problem is that your body is going to want to retain fat a lot more. So you could do all the, and this again gets back into the Snickers analogy. You could do all the carb cut, you could do all the caloric cutting you want. It's not going to do squat in the long term. And the reason for why I say this is because, like I said, when you're insulin resistant, which means that if you've ever eaten, guys, if you've ever eaten tons of pizza over time and your diet isn't healthy, why is it that after you eat the pizza, 6 or 7 slices of pizza, which is a lot of food and you're full, why is it after 2 or 3 hours you're hungry again? Because you're not getting the proper nutrition that you need, and the nutrition is not getting into the cells because you're insulin resistant, which means that the insulin is blocking the nutrients from getting into your cells, which creates the quote unquote starvation feeling. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you need to get your insulin under control. When you have your insulin, I don't care what diet you're on. I don't care if you're on the keto diet, the paleo diet, the pescarian diet, if I pronounce that one correctly, vegan, vegetarian, whatever it may be. You need to get your insulin, under control. When you have your insulin under control, guys, it is a big impact on you losing weight. So what I would suggest, guys, is that cut out the refined carbs, cut out the sugar. This is just basic general dietary advice. Cut out the carbs, the processed, heavily refined processed carbs like flour, stuff like that. Cut out high fructose corn syrup. Cut out all the artificial sugars. Cut out all that crap. Focus on, if you're doing the ketogenic diet, focus on high, good quality fats. If you're focused on maybe like a pescarian diet, Mediterranean diet, or whatever not, focus on, again, still you want to focus on good fats, but also focus on low glycemic carbs. And another thing I would suggest is vegetables, guys. Make sure you're eating, I don't care what diet you're on, make sure you're eating a ton of vegetables. Vegetables are extremely important to give you the micronutrients that you need in order to help you absorb and better utilize your macronutrients, which would be your protein, your fat, your carbs, blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, guys, focus in on insulin, okay, which is an extremely big aspect of whether you hold calories, okay? So me being on a ketogenic diet, I can eat, okay, I'm not gonna say I do it, but I can eat 3, 4, 5,000 calories, we'll even say. and not gain a pound because my insulin, okay, my metabolic rate is good, very good, and my insulin is well under control. So what happens is that the body's not going to latch onto those calories. And in other words, the excess amount, guess what I'm going to do with the excess? Yeah, I'm just going to poop it out, okay? So it's not like, your body's going to retain it all. It's mainly your body retains the fat because if you're combining sugar with carbs and fat, then your body is going to really gravitate more and you're going to get fatter, okay? So it's a combination, guys. Bottom line, I don't care about calories. Don't care, okay? I eat when I'm full, I'm satiated, and then I don't eat again, but I don't count calories. I care more about my metabolic rate being high, okay? Take this approach. Eat what you eat healthy, okay? Don't worry about cutting calories. Worry about your metabolism being faster, how you can get your metabolism faster, what foods you need to eat to make your metabolism faster, and insulin resistance and insulin in general. Those are the two things that I would focus on, not calories in, calories out, guys. This is the basics of the video, and I hope you got at least something out of this. If you want to dispute any of what I claim, feel free to do so in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to maybe correct some things, maybe I made a mistake, like for instance with the spinach and oxalates and the lemon, please do so. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.